Okay, so we are going to use the method of completing the square to derive the quadratic formula, which goes like S is equal to minus B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Good. So for the start, we are going to state the form of a quadratic equation, that is AS squared plus BS plus a C is immediately equal to 0. All right, so as I said, we are going to use the method of completing the square. So basically we are going to make S the subject. That's actually what is going to pan out in the final analysis. So we are going to divide through by A so that S will eventually stand alone. So this over A over A over A. In fact, over A will also give you 0. So we wouldn't even go there. A will kill A. So we are going to have S squared standing alone plus B over A S plus C over A equals 0. Now, this will give us S squared plus B over AS equals negative C over A. We are actually sending the C part of the equation across the equal to sign. Beautiful. So we are going to have S squared plus B over AS, then plus B over A all over 2 all squared. This is the deal of the problem. So we are going to do the same thing to the right hand side, so that this is immediately equal to B over A all over 2 all squared minus C over A. Now we are going to simplify. So we are going to have S squared plus B over AS plus. We know that B over A is going to multiply the reciprocal of 2. That is 1 over 2. So you are going to have basically B over A times 1 over 2 all squared is equal to the same thing will pan out here. B over A times 1 over 2 all squared minus C over A. Now, we are going to have S squared plus B over AS plus, into bracket, when we simplify this, we are going to have B over 2A all squared is equal to B over 2A all squared minus C over A. Sorry. Now, this will yield S plus B over 2A all squared. We know this because we are using the method of completing the square. This will give us, we have to simplify this completely because we don't have any square on this expression. So we can't do as we have done to the left hand side. So you are going to have B squared over 4A squared. This will affect this B squared. This will affect this 4. This will affect this A squared minus C over A. Let me write my A well so that it is not misconstrued as 9. All right. So we are going to find the LCM here, which is going to be 4A squared. The whole of this goes here 1 times this. You have B squared minus A goes here 4A times a C. So eventually I'm going to have s plus b over 2a all squared is directly equal to b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. That's what I have. Now I have to clear this bracket. In fact, I have to clear this square with a square root, as we do know. So essentially I'm going to have s plus b over 2a is equal to, and once I'm going to introduce a square root, it's going to be plus or minus. We do know that plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. And we know the properties of sets where when you have the root of a over b is the same as root a over root b. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to have s plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over square root of 4a squared. Good. Now we are going to have s plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over, square root of 4 will give you a 2. Square root of a squared will give you a. It's like saying square root of 4 times square root of a squared. Square root of 4 is 2 times this square will cancel the square root. You have a, which will give you 2a. That's basically what I've written here. Sorry. Now we are concluding. Okay, we are getting there. So I'm going to have, because I'm making s the subject, I have to manipulate this so that b over 2a will move across the equal to sign, and we know it will become negative. So I'm going to have s equals minus b over 2a plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. My a looks like a 9. Let me write it well. So 2a, like this. Now we know addition and subtraction of like fractions where the denominators are the same. So basically you either add the numerators, you pick one denominator, or you subtract and you pick one denominator. So I'm going to have s equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. The denominators are the same, so I pick only one, which is 2a. Finally, I have succeeded in metamorphosing this form of a quadratic equation using the method of completing the square in arriving at the quadratic formula, which in fact has come to be known as the almighty formula. This is it. I hope this can guide you in deriving your own formula and subsequently using it to solve problems. Thank you, and thank you for going through. Bye-bye.